Hello. This is the first round of me versus Attackspeedenjoyer for Turin's finals. I am the ogres here. As you can see, we go with the classic Noblar Tide. And the beastman goes for a classic try to triple cap you strategy. They have a lot of vanguard units, which makes it a lot easier for them to do. They have a Gorbel over here, and we have Malagor. At first, I was kind of surprised he brought Malagor, but he does use Doom and Darkness to make things route pretty quickly, which is pretty good as it turns out. But anyway, we have the classic Maneater, or I'm not even Maneater, Paymaster with the Gold Glorious Gold and the Cash Cascade. And we have the Butcher of Death with only Fate of Buna, because if you're fighting against Beastmen, the only thing you need to really worry about is their Centigores, and Fate of Buna kills Centigores. We got the Life Leech and the extra ingredient, because if you don't have if you have life leeching, you can use I think 3 Fate of units and then you're 1 off of using a 4th one. This will help me use 4. And we also have the Maw Shard, which makes him do a lot more damage. And you can see that I thought he just had like a lot of stalked units, so I wasn't really sure if anything was going on here. But I think I send a Blood Vulture there at some point, but you can see I managed to cap the point. My opponent is playing very cautiously, and so am I. I'm just not going to go over the half of this map. And he's also trying to like flank me over this way too. I do kind of notice that, and I do have Noblar pickback riders here. And you can see, yeah, he is sending a lot of Centigores. Once I saw that, I'm like, okay, I'll summon a Blood Vulture, just go and check out what the heck is happening here. I think that'll happen at some point. But anyway, the Ogre strategy, you might be thinking, okay, why do you not have a Let Belcher? They're like so good. Against a die faction like Beastmen, they're way too vulnerable. Just getting a bunch of these Noblar Flingers is better because they're going to get their cost back usually. And if the enemy wants to dive them, like let them, they're only 300 gold. So that's much easier to protect and cost efficient as well. I think we just kind of like sit around for a while, I think, so we can just fast forward a little bit. You can see that I did bring out a Blood Vulture just to see if what is in here, and I start to see a lot of things, and because of that I start to actually fall back because you can see that he is starting to like push in, so I'm like, okay, I'll fight closer to my spawn point because that'll allow me to reinforce a bit faster. And I do have some bulls here. They have most of these guys. Whoop! Don't look at that. Anyway, our plan is to summon a bajillion ogre bulls. Not even like man-eaters or iron guts or anything. Just all the ogre bulls in the world. And I'm just basically I'm trying to like get my death caster close enough to a Centigore so I can just use Fate of Buna on them early. But you can see they are falling back. We have enough on this point that he's feeling threatened, but now that we are double capped, we do need to kind of move in a little bit. And he is... Oh yeah, and also, these guys are gore herds. They're anti-infantry, which you do want to bring against ogres, surprisingly, because they're just going to go for a lot of Noblars. So, gore herds do wreck my Noblars quite heavily. Yeah, I can see using the Blood Vultures that he has his guys here, and I'm like, okay, I need to like kind of formation up first, and then I'll push the middle. And my guy's just kind of like, my Butcher of Death is pretty sad. He's sad he can't use Fate of Buna, but we will soon. And yeah, you can see that he has been summoning a bunch of Centigores as expected, and as long as we kill the Centigores, it's gonna be easy. Oh yeah, here we go. So he uses some Flocks of Doom, but again, Flocks of Doom does do good damage against ogres because they do have 24 models, but it's not like a lot. And he's also hitting my Noblars and my Flingers, which are like what, 500 if you combine them. So he does get a lot of value, but it's not like that important. Yeah, see, 200 from Flock of Doomcast, not too bad. So he sends his Gorbel way too greedily onto my Ogre Paymaster. I don't think I noticed it till like way later, but he doesn't kill him fast enough. There we go. We got a Fate of Buna. This guy is going to get attacked by the Piggyback Knight, which is fine with me. We use a Fate of Buna, and you can see that we got an explosion there. That's because I used the Maw Shard. Again, 60% extra damage on the Centigores will just annihilate them. And he is like pushing up a little bit, but he can't cap that point yet. We are going to start running away because the Gorbel is a bit of a danger, but he is kind of trapped up by the ogre bulls and the pickback riders. You can see, yeah, these guys are they're just dying, and we're using the cash cascade. They're basically dead already. They're shattered. The Gorbel also doesn't do great either. Is he going to like use the what's it called? Oh yeah, there we go. Doom and Darkness, I think. Yeah. So Doom and Darkness is good, and I kind of overchased it a little bit. And he brought the archers a bit too forward, which is a bit of a mistake. We're doing this. The ogre dual weapons are, even though they're Ungor spearmen, the ogre dual weapons will do pretty decently as long as they're surrounded by the pickback riders. And yeah, these guys do rout because of the Doom and Darkness, but like, is that even that big of a deal? I don't know. And we're picking them apart. So the beastmen dive in very greedily. Like you can see the Blackhorn Ravagers, which are like 750 gold, are just way in the backline. They're getting caught by the ogre bulls and the blood vultures. We're catching all of these guys. We still have our single point. So even if we are like going for a value trade, man, yeah, these gore herds. Even if we're going for a value trade, we have the time because we can keep this point to just keep value trading. And he is diving so greedily into my backline that I'm definitely going to get a value advantage here. And then, yeah, the Gorbel, he's not doing great. He's like at least 1300, I think, and he only got 200 gold right now, so not doing great. And yeah, these guys, the corn gores are an issue, but you know, we deal with that when a bit later. We're gonna just get the ogres back in here to make sure we don't get capped. We're routing things off the map with the blood vultures. Definitely gonna forget about them, but whatever, it's fine. Centaurs are not being able to do their thing, chasing off all the things. We also summon the Ample Peak Greybacks because they cause terror. We want terror to rout out these dang gore herds. He's summoning Pestigores, he's summoning Corn Gores, he's summoning so much stuff. What is that? Doom and Darkness, but I'm just telling it to run away, so I don't care. Ungor Raiders, I don't think I can get super easily, but they're doing fine. They're not doing anything too big. We're doing this, and then yeah, you can see the value lead. We have a pretty big value lead. Oh, yeah, we have a pretty big value lead. The points are not like too far ahead or whatever, so we're fine. We're just making sure to chase the Centaurs off so that they can't do anything. And then we're just gonna keep on pushing out. Yeah, my Butcher is getting hurt a little bit because of the Gorbel, but this is not a great fight. Yes, he's an anti-large combatant, sure, but you're with the Ample Peak Greybacks, you got the Ogre Bulls, you're surrounded. There's a Cash Cascade, as I was going to mention it. So now, these Ample Peak Greybacks are doing a lot of damage, even with the poison. And then I can just, like, you know, surround these Pestigores and try to just route them off and stuff. And oh yeah, there we go. Another Fate of Buna on the Centaur's throwing axes. There we go. Fate boring, am I right? Yeah, even though he is routing off my units, you can see he doesn't cap super quickly because Ungor Spearmen are like not great at capture weight anyways. And it's fine as long as we can, you know, get the value lead. And as I said, Gorbel is not having a good time. You can see we have a giant resurgence of units around. And so, yes, he has me triple capped for the moment, but as soon as all these guys just... Ogres are pretty fast, so as soon as we get rid of the Orbull, get rid of all these guys, and we just start plowing through and we're all about to cap the middle anyways, we're gonna be good. And yeah, oh, these Gore Herds are actually doing really good, because they're like chasing off my Ogre Bulls. I see, that was pretty good for him. But yeah, other than that... I don't think I ever kill Malagor, but that's fine. We just need to get rid of all these guys as fast as possible. Oh, that was a pretty good Flock of Doom. It did hit, I mean, Noblars, Pickback Riders, and Flingers, so that's pretty good, I guess. And yeah, you can see the Gorbel is, he's a sad bull. And we're just gonna make sure the Pestigores get routed off because we got the Flingers shooting at him. We want to make sure these guys flee. We got the middle point. The Centaurs are having to fight Pickback Riders, which is not great for him. And my Butcher of Death, once again, Fate of Buna, Fate of Boring. And he's like, is he charging my, yeah, I guess, no, he was, yeah, he's charging my these guys, that's fine. And yeah, you can see we very quickly recapture the point because we have just a giant blob of dudes. These gore herds are just there. We're gonna shoot these guys. We're gonna chase things off. We forget about our units all the time. But you can see, we have... If you actually look at the battlefield, the beastmen doesn't really have much, whereas I have just a tide. Like that Flock of Doom was great, but I just have tides of Noblars and Ogre Bulls. That's kind of the strength of Ogres. They're relatively cheap. Like these guys are like 650. The regular bulls are like 550. They're super fast. They kill things pretty easily. And yeah, we just set all these guys here. He can't really backcap me because of all these guys and have some flingers in the back and stuff. We have our giant Death Star here with the mega buffs from the Ogre Paymaster. Our Butcher of Death is using Fate of Yuna as usual, and we just triple cap him, and then we just win, right? And that's basically what's gonna happen. These guys are routing. We have these... I'm just like setting them up a bit more here so that if he wants to try and cap this, he has to like really come far back and like try to get all these guys. You can see he does have some forces here, but they're not gonna be able to stop this, so that's fine. Oh yeah, I think we use the slow of our army ability or something, but that, yeah. And you can see, yeah, he has some Centaurs, but we still have Fate of Yuna. We got a bunch of guys. Look at all these guys. And the Butcher. And these guys are just kind of like trolling around. And yeah, and that's basically it. Basically, right? Yeah, we can fast forward a little bit, I guess. Yeah, and the Centaurs get routed. We have Terror. We have this. So we now have a triple cap. And he straight up can, like, I don't think he can get any point if I just, you know, I park this, he can't stop that. I have this pocket of resistance, he can't stop that. I have this, he can't stop that. So it is basically over. So yeah, let's just like fast forward a little bit. Yeah, there we go, another Fate of Yuna. And then we just like send all of our guys in. And then we just like try to surround them and we try to break them pretty quickly, like that. They get tear routed. There's more cascade of a cash cascade. We're gonna send these blood vultures to just attack the Centaurs, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, you can see the back point, no threat there, no threat in the middle. He can't even capture his point anymore. And it's over. So, we did have a second round, but, it did not happen, unfortunately. I mean, we had a second round, but there was a crash. And that means you ain't gonna be seeing it. And we didn't replay it because I didn't want to. Yeah, see, Malagor with Flock of Doom, surprisingly a lot of value. Probably because I was blobbing up too much, but, you know, that's what happens. And Ungor Spearmen, you would think they do really good against Ogres, but there's a lot of Noblars. These guys actually do more work because they just killed Noblars so quickly. And yeah, these guys, which are 750, did basically nothing. I think it's an issue of, he pushed too far in, and his Centaurs could not do anything because of the Fate of Yunas. And because he pushed so far in, he just loses value very quickly over time. Yeah, Blood Vultures are good. They didn't get their value back, but the Terror is like the main thing. And I'll kind of show you this. So this was the picture Attackspeedenjoyer took when the game crashed. As you see, I'm the Wood Elf, so this is my main point. That's the middle point, and that's his point. I have like War Dancers and the Rangers and that here. He's gonna like try to like surround them with Dogs and Furies and like kill them. But if you look here, I have Wild Hunters of Kurnus, which are very elite cav. I have a full health Wild Rider as well. I have a few like, I guess that's a War Dancer and like some resistance. So I'm going to get this no matter what by sending these infantry in. And I'll just use these like cav to just like countercharge him and just kill his resistance. So I think I won, but Attackspeedenjoyer disagreed. I had to whinge about it a lot. I'm like, I don't want to play this game again, so I just want to win. And then the community agreed that, okay, it does look like Wood Elf is like very favored, so we'll just give it to him. So you won't see that. Yeah, you can see here, Attackspeedenjoyer has a higher value here, but you gotta remember, he has like 4 Furies and like 3 Fleshhounds. They crumble and they just die very quickly, and you have to resummon them a bunch of times, so I probably am advantaged. In fact, is it this one? Yeah, so here we go. Second game was Wood Elf versus Khorne. Crashed, but I don't want to play again, so I'm gonna whinge, and then Attackspeedenjoyer conceded after review. So, yeah, you ain't gonna see that. Anyway, that's the first round of the tourney. And then tomorrow, we're going to do the second round, and then it'll be semifinals and finals. I probably won't make it, but we'll try our best. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.